Making food weapons should be pretty easy, right? Last video, we spent so much time making maps, I completely forgot to replace these bland looking weapons. So today, we will be adding food weapons, alongside hand painting textures, new enemies, updating to an entirely new engine, and seeing just how much you can ruin a launch by not playing your game. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Up until now, weapons were only in the game to get the game loop in a good state, before adding the real weapons, aka food weapons. So, how about we actually make them? I am proud to present the Fry Pistol, the Bacon LMG, the Soda Shotgun, the Fried Chicken Pistol, 2 more left, the Egg Shotgun and the Ketchup Rifle. But I don't think I need to outright state what they do. Now, the average gamer out there will be thinking, where is my AK, M16 or Glock? Well, to be honest, I am tired of seeing the same guns over and over again, and I really enjoy Battlefield 1 and the weird guns that came from World War I, like the Luger. And that's why I decided to base most of the weapons on not as well known guns, because it's cool and not as generic. Comment down below your favorite war. But if we're making a real game here, we need a name that actually fits. We can't call it TerrorFried anymore, because another company owns that name and I prefer not getting sued. So I asked you guys for a name, and Left to Fry came out on top. Which, I mean, I like it. And a massive rebrand deserves a massive milestone. Drum roll please. Left to Fry is officially live on Steam. Go and hit that wishlist button right now so you don't miss the free playtest. But a new Steam page also means we need a brand new UI, a sleek level selection screen, and what is that? A secret map I will keep from you until the end of the video? What? Keep watching to the end to see what it is. But for now, let's make some more guns. Wait, actually scratch that. We can't just go around casually making guns. We are on a time constraint, because this time I have promised my Discord server a working playtest build in late May, celebrating my 18th birthday there, so it feels like a good endpoint. We have around 1.5 months to be done with everything, and that is a lot, so I have nothing to worry about, right? Enough about this deadline though. We need to make these weapons seem cool and not look like a bunch of putty. And, for a first time texturer like me, I'd say it turned out pretty good. I am using my Wacom drawing pad here, and for those thinking the weapons look too dull, it's a design choice, as the first tier of weapons were junk food weapons, so they use junk looking weapons. And the higher in tiers we go, the more colorful they get. But I don't know, all this hand painting has made me a bit, tired. This is all optimized for YouTube, of course, but it took about a day for each weapon to be done. And no, I'm not lazy. Hand painting for hours at a time just made me very burned out. But for now, instead of just not working on the game at all, I decided to take a look at another part of the game while I get back my will to work on the weapons. The maps. Not the actual maps though, but their visuals. With the new visuals for the weapons, they look really out of place compared to the simpler enemies and maps. So, how about I kill 2 birds with 1 stone and make the maps look better, while figuring out a way to paint textures without getting easily burnt out. Now, I must say, the castle map was pretty easy to get the visuals right for, and I really loved how it turned out. The beach map also turned out good, but that sand texture was a pain in the ass to get right. It would either look too realistic or too cartoony, but I think I struck a good middle ground. You might have also spotted this thing. Yeah, I just couldn't help myself from adding a mystery box. Freezer. Mystery freezer. I also fixed the burning out problem, and you guess how? Yeah, I just switched from painting with my drawing pad to using a mouse. You get the same look for half the price, and it also doesn't take as long. Anyways, this little break here, focusing on the textures for the maps, really gave me some motivation to work on the main game again. And we also got about 3 weeks to get this playtest out there, so we have used about half our time by now. No pressure, right? Well, actually, a lot of pressure inside these barrels. The maps felt kinda boring and empty, so I decided to add some red barrels. Or should I say, ketchup barrels. Shoot them 3 times, they explode and put a fire status effect on all the enemies around it. And for those wondering, I did add the status effect system earlier in the project, but it did not come without bugs though. Enough about these red bells though, the deadline is still creeping up on me, and since my will to work on the guns has come back to me at this point, I am happy to present 6 more guns, making a total of 12 guns for the playtest. We have the Apple Crossbow, Banana Guns, the Juicer, Corn SMG, a new version of the ketchup rifle with a scope on it, and last but not least, the grease gun, which will function as the newest starting pistol. I also did not wait to texture them this time. I swear, just using my mouse to texture them has made this a much bigger joy than I could imagine. It's just crazy, and they also look good. So now we got the maps down, the weapons down, just one last thing to texture. The enemies. And to those wondering why there are variations of them, the variations are just how they look the further you get into the game. They get left to fry, as one might say.
One leg.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Now, since I spent a decent amount of time being burnt out in between all these things, I did not have time to balance the game. Like, even the wall buys, they still use the old guns. But we have time for that, right? I mean, last time we checked, we have 3 weeks to work with. So, there should be plenty of time, right? What? 2 days? I guess I have to log in. Can we get a quick montage? Who am I kidding? I'm not gonna make it. I already suck at balancing. Not to mention being stressed out because my 18th birthday party is coming up very soon. And, you know, I gotta prepare. Damn. Alright, maybe I just do what I can do and then check in a few days after to see how it went. That way it can't end up totally bad, can it? Yeah. It turns out that being constantly stressed about some arbitrary deadline while constantly being in a loop of burnout and productivity is not the best thing ever. To make a long story short, the game is broken, and when I say broken, I mean it in every sense of the word. Left to Fry uses pooling for the enemies, look it up, but for every wave, every enemy's health goes up by 9%. Well, when using the pooling system, I forgot to reset their health before spawning them in, so it just went exponentially up and up and up until the game couldn't handle it anymore. Along with that, my so-called balancing was just straight up ass. One of the best pistols you could upgrade in the early game was the damn starting pistol, not to mention the tomatoes. I had heard they were considered easy, so I just made them explode the instant they get near you. Genius, I know. One last thing, the melee, oh my god, the melee. It was so strong and gave you so many points. You could get to the upgrade grill in 2 to 3 rounds. Like, people have done it. So yeah, I spent the next few days fixing the game, but surprisingly enough, all this feedback actually gave me a very good reason to work on the game, and it was probably the most fun I've had working on the game in a while now. So I guess some positive did come out of it. Oh, and I know you already saw some clips of it, but here is the newest map added to Left to Fry. Feedback so far has been really great on it, as I mostly used the methods from last video to make it. Watch it if you haven't, it's a pretty good video. There were also a few more additions to the game while fixing bugs, like the deep fried mode, special rounds, little collectibles, and achievements. But you can check that out yourself right now. Yes, you can go into the description and get access to the free playtest. And if there are any big YouTubers watching, a bit of exposure wouldn't hurt anybody. So yeah, that's about it. There are a lot more things I would have liked to include in the video, but I have tried to keep this one a bit shorter. I'm also trying out a new style of making videos, so if you enjoyed this one, please either like the video or tell me why you liked it, or both. Also, the YouTube members get to brawl in the background at the end of every video now. So yeah, that's cool. And, another reason to get the membership. I'm not saying you need to, but I mean, who doesn't like to brawl in the background of my videos? I'm just saying. I don't know who won though, as I'm still writing the scripts, but congrats to whoever won. And yeah, that's it. Go Wishlist Left to Fry now and subscribe to me. And yeah, very cool, yes.